We were playing Destiny the other day, and we were kind of discussing things we'd like to see in Destiny 2, and improvements we'd like to see in the Taken King. And I know this is probably alienating a ton of people that have subscribed to us and a lot of people in general, because I know Destiny is like it's like almost a taboo thing to talk about because so many people hate it.
Yeah.
But we like it. So
yeah, a lot of people like it though at the same time. I mean, it has millions and millions of people playing.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely split like almost 50-50 of the people that, tolerate it and people that absolutely hate it.
I feel like the people that hate it are more vocal about it.
Yeah. I think that comes in with basically everything.
That's true.
There are more negative people than positive. Because like when I see something that's cool, I don't even say anything. I'll like the video. Yeah. Even when I'm pissed off about something, I don't say anything either. I just feel like people, that have negative things to say are just more willing to go out and say it behind like a false name and stuff without, scared, without being scared of any repercussions or anything. So that's just one of the great things of the internet. Sorry, my nose is so itchy.
It's okay. One of the blessings and curses of the internet.
Woo.
Or itchy noses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to see what you guys, your thoughts on some improvements that could be made to Destiny, especially in Destiny 2, leaving the last gen consoles behind and stuff. Something that could really take this game that a lot of people have problems with and just really evolve it into something like truly amazing.
I think I'll start this discussion on something we've all kind of agreed upon, I think, in our discussions playing Destiny. It's almost like we have podcasts within Destiny sometimes. We just get on gaming rants in Destiny because it's so easy to talk in that game while you're grinding and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like, I think we all were kind of on the same page, including Jay, actually. Jay's Preston's uncle. Awesome guy. If you're watching, thank you. I think we all kind of said it'd be awesome if Destiny actually had like a big, massive open world.
No, absolutely.
Like that'd be so cool.
That has to be the next step.
Yeah,
it has to be.
For starters.
Yeah, especially leaving these the last gen consoles behind. They've got
how massive are we talking about?
It doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, just like imagine exploring Earth, but like 3 or 4 times bigger than it is.
Yeah. Well, different planets and stuff. I mean, playing the Elder Scrolls Online, that place is freaking massive for an MMO.
Yeah.
But granted, the graphics in Destiny are like far superior, and they've got to keep a solid frame rate for the first-person shootings and stuff. Because in a typical MMO, if the frames drop, I mean, you're essentially automatically attacking, just hitting keybinds and stuff like that. So it really doesn't matter that much. But when you're having a firefight with like some dregs or a cabal or something, and the frame rate stutters and stuff, that could potentially kill you. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like they can't really go super, super huge, but definitely something big, like open world wise, like have, maybe instead of the tower, like have like an actual city you can explore.
That'd be awesome.
That's something I wish they would have put in like the tower you actually take your, what are they called? Sparrows into, not like you have to go to orbit and then go to it.
Yeah, how cool would that be to walk out of the tower and just go walk out into Earth, like behind,
like the last city that's like below the tower. Yeah. When you look out, I wish we could go down there.
Yeah,
I always think about
that. Yeah. So that they definitely need to make some, much bigger environments. They need to embrace. I know they're not calling it an MMO, but embrace the MMO. Like I want like 20-man raids.
That'd be awesome.
I want like 20 dudes like fighting like some like 3-story like. Giant cabal master with like a cleaver.
Can you imagine just like 20 guys shooting their guns at this massive boss?
Awesome.
I wish this game was an MMO.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why a lot of people were kind of disappointed with it because it wasn't. And that's kind of like our fault for thinking it was going to be. Yeah. Because they said numerous times
it is not an MMO.
It's not an MMO. It's a shared world shooter.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, I think they did a good job. Like I immensely enjoyed.
That's a solid video game. That's for sure.
Especially the gameplay mechanics are super solid.
They are.
Like we were just talking about it. And it's made very well too. The graphics are very nice. The frame rate, I've never ever had the frame rate stutter on. Not one time.
It is locked and sealed tight. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So yeah, obviously bigger worlds. I want a crafting component.
That would be awesome.
But there is.
Is there really? No. I mean, I want to like. Create things. Like I know there's upgrading and stuff, but like I want to get schematics, and like maybe you have to like particular enemies drop different types of ores, or if they use ores,
I don't think that's ever gonna
weapon
happen,
parts or something. I just want it to be more MMO-y.
Yeah. Destiny, now, as much as we want this, Destiny could argue like, well, that's not the video game we want to make. That's not the experience we want people to have. Yeah. So they could make Destiny 2 almost identical to the first one if they wanted to. But I mean,
it's going to be very similar, I believe.
Yeah.
Just a little bigger, a little nicer.
Well, I think some of the limitations though are keeping it, running nicely on the old, systems and
Consoles,
stuff.
yeah.
Because I mean, like, look at The Witcher 3. Like, that would make a 360 or PS3 just like literally burn, like it would catch on fire.
Yeah.
And so Destiny is running on both of those things. So if you can like truly see like what these next gen consoles and stuff really can do, and they're far superior to the 360 and PS3, there's no reason that they shouldn't like immensely push Destiny like way beyond what it's at right now in terms of scale, in terms of graphics, in terms of like gameplay mechanics,
right?
Like flying your ship and stuff. Like I want to hop in my ship. I know this is completely unreal. It's like make it like No Man's Sky.
We were just thinking that.
I know that's impossible.
Yeah, that
but
would never happen.
What
How
if you
cool
could go
would
out
that
into
be?
orbit though? Just to fly up and then you get loaded into orbit. Something like
It'd be cool
that.
if you could just hop in your ship from the tower and just drive it.
Yeah,
Just
I mean
That would be
like
so
that.
cool.
people want that because there's
Of course,
no
then they'd be
point
like,
in
well, then you could like
ships.
crash your ship into the town, and how would you control that? It'd be weird. Like people just constantly crashing their ships into the town.
I mean, maybe you can't fly it into the. I mean,
Right.
there's things that they can do to prevent stuff like that.
Or at the very least, have like some space combat missions or something.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Make
I know
there
that's
be
like
a
a
point
huge
to getting
step,
these
but-
ships.
Yeah, I know
because
where
the ships are purely cosmetic.
It's a loading screen,
I mean,
like I don't know.
I know
Look
because
at.
they kind of made the ships out to be bigger than they actually were in the game. They're like,
Yeah.
you get your ships and customize, and of course, people's minds just race like, oh, what can we actually do?
Yeah.
They weren't. I mean, nobody would have been excited if they were just like, you essentially get a ship and you look at it and it loads.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody would have been like, okay.
Yeah, our dreams that we've been discussing for Destiny 2 so far are certainly very ambitious, to say the least.
Yeah.
Things that we probably may never see, but it's
Yeah.
fun to speculate and fun to dream about what we would like to see.
Yeah.
And certainly, I always thought it'd be cool, like we said, dream would be like flying your Sparrow in and out of the tower and going into the open world, not having to like load or anything. And another cool thing would be like, oh, we're gonna go to Mars. You get in your ship, physically fly out of the planet and fly through space.
Yeah.
You run into like a fallen spaceship that you have to fight on your way there. Like, holy crap! And your teams have to, and like you could fight little ones. There could be like a big boss ship that's like a public event in space, and then like a bunch of ships that are around. You have to like take out this giant fallen ship or something. You're like, oh, that was cool. And then you can like physically fly into Mars. And it's like a big open Mars. And
Well,
you
think
can
about
land
this.
anywhere.
Let's take the hub worlds right now. They're not that big.
No.
What if they made more hub worlds about that size, but just connected all of them together through space? So it's essentially there's 4 planets?
Yes.
Mars, Moon, Earth, and Venus. Just essentially make
penis.
all of make all 4 of those one map, and then just like a galaxy in the middle of them.
That'd be pretty
Just
cool.
to make it one giant map, because I wouldn't consider that to be like absolutely massive, all of that put together.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, because then you could freely travel between all of them and stuff. It'd just be one giant hub world in which you can travel between the different planets without
Right.
loading.
Dude, that's a great idea.
I think they want to kind of create the feel of you traveling to a different planet, though. Like if you put
Well, then
them all
let
together,
you do it yourself.
yeah, like getting
No,
your
that's
ship
what I'm
and like
saying.
True, yeah.
physically
Getting-
fly all the
yeah.
way over there.
And like you said, public events could be taking place in space and stuff like that.
How cool would
we
that
don't know
be?
a whole lot
Freaking
about
awesome.
making a game, so that might be really difficult.
it
Oh,
could
I
be.
can't even imagine how
Yeah.
difficult
Yeah.
that
It
would
just
be.
sounds cool, though.
Yeah, it
it
does.
sounds
Yeah.
really.
I mean,
cool.
we're not asking. I mean, by no means can they make like a No Man's Sky Destiny,
Right.
which would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know there's like limitations and stuff, especially like who knows how many people are working on this game right now? Because I know
Yeah.
everybody's probably working on the Taken King right now.
Yeah.
They're probably prepping for another DLC, coming after that, or possibly 2.
We're thinking at
Probably.
least
I
2
think
more.
there's
Yeah.
2.
So who knows how? Maybe there's like a small team making the DLC right now, and everybody else is like all hands on deck to Destiny 2.
Right.
Which I'm assuming that game's going to be coming out in 2016, next year, a year from now.
That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah. I mean, just to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, somebody's got to be making that game right now.
Right.
So
Here's to hoping that Destiny 1 was secretly a test run for next-gen consoles for Destiny 2.
Yeah.
To see what they could possibly achieve with the sequel.
yeah, that'd
And
be
they'll
great.
obviously, I'm sure this is probably common sense that they're going to leave behind last generation with the sequel
They
to
better.
Destiny.
I hope so.
That'd be unbelievable if they still made it.
I don't
the
know.
360 and stuff.
Then again,
Yes.
I could kind of see them being like, "Oh, we have a large amount of following on,
No.
PS3 and 360,
Yeah.
so we're gonna keep that going." They just need to be like, "Hey, look, you can take your characters from PS3, move them to PS4, or potentially through the Bungie, your account, you can, swap consoles and have the
Right.
same, kind of like how Grand Theft Auto Online did." So that would just really encourage people to be like, you know what, the next gen consoles have been out for like 3 years. Like, you should probably upgrade now. Like, it's probably time. They're not that expensive. You know, Xbox Ones are like $350 now. You can get PlayStation. There's deals for PlayStations like $350 to $400, like 1 terabyte consoles and stuff. Yeah. So you might as well just go ahead and take the plunge and upgrade, you know, especially for these games that are like immensely better, you know.
Yeah. Before we move on to what we'd like to see as far as the story goes, before we move into what we'd like to see story-wise, like what's something... Well, there's a couple more gameplay things we should take into consideration. I really like your crafting idea. Let's kind of dive into that more. Also, I want to talk about multiplayer a bit too. How do you think they could mix that up a bit? But as far as crafting goes, we talked about armor, weapons. It'd be cool if you could build like like one of the cool features I think in Mad Max, which is a shame because I've heard a lot of people say Mad Max isn't going to be nearly as cool as it looks. Yeah. But one of the coolest things that attracted me to the game initially was like you can customize I think what do they call it? Your Magnum Opus, I think is your car. You customize your car throughout the game, and you can customize it in different ways, and not only just like the aesthetic of it, but like the way it performs and stuff. It'd be cool to customize not only your ships like that and custom build like your own ship, but your Sparrow as well.
Or your weapons.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and weapons.
Yeah, like
we're different.
You know, like I know there's already, you know, a difference in scopes and stuff, but like really let you like, you know, fully customize these weapons in terms of like, you know, upgrading them, you know, finding, you know, actually crafting attachments for your weapons and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. There needs to be more variety of different types of weapons, like in terms of, you know, they're already kind of branching out with, you know, the sidearms from House of Wolves, and I think they're gonna.
How many more weapons can you come up with though? Like they have.
What if they had like? What if they had like a space, like a space bow and arrow or something?
That'd be cool.
Something tells me, and it performs.
I mean, they're embracing that. They're embracing that like fantasy element, like almost mixing like medieval with, you know. So maybe they could make something not exactly a bow, but kind of like a really sci-fi take on a bow,
right?
Or, you know, maybe have some melee weapons or something as, you know, secondary weapons. I don't know. Just bring some more, you know,
like a riot shield.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that, dude. They should add perks like where you can have extra health and like. Oh, what if they had this perk where you could like lunge really far away with a knife and knife someone in the game? How sick would that?
You mean like a
what
warlock?
If you could call in a nuke? Dude.
I think a warlock already has commando essentially in this game.
Well, speaking about sparrows, I wish they would add in sparrow racing.
Yeah, a lot of people said that.
Awesome.
I think that'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
I'm trying to think though, like if you think about it, for the most part, sparrows all fly at the same speed. So I'm trying to think about...
Not really. Depending on...
No, like the legendary ones.
Yeah, are a little faster. But there's not a huge difference. But it would be cool if they implemented, like... I mean, as far as the normal gameplay goes on a Sparrow, like, different speeds isn't really that big of a deal. But if they made a racing component, I'm wondering how they could make Sparrows feel a little different. They were like, if you boost at certain turns or, like, boost at certain points, or if they had certain points in the map that help you speed up, that it's, like, very competitive and, like, getting to certain spots to continue moving forward. Yeah. I'm wondering how they could do that to make that actually work.
They could do that.
Because I love the idea of Sparrow racing.
I think it'd be really cool.
I mean, they have these open, like, spaces. It'd be perfect.
Yeah. And how cool would it be if, like, you were competing for, like, really awesome rewards? Depending on, like, what level race
like
or, like,
actually
what kind
different
of race.
types of sparrows, you know, upgrades to your sparrows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. There needs to be more variety in sparrows. There needs to be a bigger variety. There needs to be a bigger variety overall.
There needs to be ghost shells. There's only 2 in the game.
Yeah.
Ghost shells.
Yeah, your ghosts. Like what they colors. There was one for like the collector's edition, and then just the plain white one.
Right. I thought for sure for Bungie Day they were gonna like give us a ghost skin or something.
But that would have been cool. They just were like, you can get an emblem.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. Don't get me wrong. I like things that are like special.
Yeah.
Like
definitely in a game like this.
We had the alpha and beta emblems, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember which one it is.
I think one of them's the spaceship. I think the beta is
like
the spaceship.
Circle one.
I keep doing this with my fingers.
One's a spaceship.
I noticed in Elder Scrolls, I was like, I didn't actually do that, but I was like, Preston, what are you doing? I think it's because I had my fingers like technically like operated on today, so I'm like I can only use like 2 of my fingers. So I'm like, I'm surprised I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Destiny, dude. And I'm like doing this with this hand. I don't actually do this all the time, so don't judge me too hard. Normally, I just I still talk with my hands.
When you come on video, your hands just come alive.
I feel like I'm constantly doing this, like especially when I get really passionate about an idea that's flowing through my head. I'm like, and what if we did this? And
you're like a mad scientist.
Yeah, you like this number too.
Yeah, I do this a lot too.
Like
when I'm trying to like really focus on like the flow of my thoughts, I'm doing this move. Yeah. And whenever I'm like the ideas are coming out of me so naturally. I'm like this, and like and whenever I'm like addressing our viewers, I'm like this.
Yeah.
They should make like animations of me in Destiny of just like addressing
You're the new,
someone.
You should be the new emotes.
Like you could do
This
the
will be your
Garrett.
golden gun.
Yeah.
Your hands just come up on the screen. I want to look different than people in Destiny.
Yeah.
Transmogrification, like in WoW, where you can just keep the armor that you're wearing, like the stats and everything, but make your armor look different
Yeah, that'd be
That
good.
sounds
from gear
really
that you
cool.
already own.
Absolutely.
Like I want to wear like my Volta glass gear without putting on the pieces.
Yeah, there's some of the coolest gear was like rare stuff. They have like helmets with
I agree.
horns and stuff. I was like, that's freaking awesome. They get like legendary ones. And they look okay.
Yeah.
But they need, what's it called in Diablo? Transmogrify or something?
That's what it is.
That's
in
the word.
WoW.
Yeah, it's Transmogata something. Yeah.
It's something I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be the
Blizzard
same thing.
likes to do it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Destiny could take a page out of their book and let us do it.
Certainly.
Just let us, look cool. I want to look different. I want to look cool.
Yep.
I want. Jay made the suggestion. Like, let's get some weapons that like are really hard to get.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta play.
Like when you see someone having it, you're like holy
Yeah,
crap.
I want
exactly.
exotic quest lines, like very long quest lines.
yeah, that are like you were saying, because we don't know anything about WoW, but like to get a legendary weapon in WoW,
It
it's
literally
like you had to
it was like
you
a
had to,
12-part quest.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it took like
Wow.
weeks of grinding in a raid just to complete one part of it. Sometimes
you had to like dedicate your life to WoW to like get this piece of
if
gear.
you want to get it quick, yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to
So,
see
I would
acquiring
love something like
exotics
that.
like through a quest line. It'd be cool to have like a story quest line. Like this is the simplest idea ever. You could expand upon this exponentially. But what if a quest line was like, oh, there's this like Cabal chief on Mars or something.
What's his name?
Transmogrifica is his
Okay.
name.
Valis something. They're
Yeah,
all
probably
Valis.
Valis something.
Yeah.
But
Valis
what if
Poo.
it's like he has this special weapon and you have to like fight him to get it or something, or like fight through like his army
You got to
to
solo
get it?
him or something.
Yeah, and like something that's
With
like
no
the
cover.
simplest idea.
Yeah,
but
I just want because Destiny, the developers or whatever, they said that when you're in the tower and you see somebody with like gear, you want to be like, dude, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
a story behind that gear.
yeah.
That didn't really come true.
No.
It's just, I got it in a Nightfall.
Oh,
Like-
I bought it from Zur, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Zur, I do not like Zur.
Yeah, I want
wish
Zur
it
to
didn't
go
exist.
away.
Yeah.
Me too. Like I feel like
It takes away from having an exotic. like,
exactly. I want exotics to be like
rare.
Like, holy crap, you got an exotic today?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah.
sweet.
That's
day
no
for
big
me.
deal anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody
Pretty much
has
like
every
people that play
exotic
have been
ever.
playing this game have everything, so it's
Yeah.
not special anymore.
Exotics were cool when we first got the game.
Yeah, they
'Cause
were.
we like,
I still remember
but
my
now
first
it's
few.
just like I've got it. When I got freaking Gallahorn, I was
when you
like,
got Monte Carlo.
oh, cool.
Right.
When I got
Freaked out.
Monte Carlo, I freaked out because that was the
freaked
first exotic I ever got. I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap.
I'll never forget how much you freaked out. Was
My-
that when we played Summoning Pits the first time?
Yeah.
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 Personally, my
First
first two
Nightfall
I
ever.
bought from Zur.
Yeah, I remember
So it
the
wasn't
Suros
special.
and something else.
Suros and the Titan helm.
Yeah. This doesn't even matter right now because we've already moved on. But I wanted to
I
clarify.
haven't moved on yet.
Fighting for an exotic against a boss that has it. Technically, they've already done that. Where like part of the question's like, oh, go do this strike, and you'll
Yeah.
unlock the
Thorn?
weapon. Yeah, but I was thinking in the sense like, what if the boss like used that physical weapon against you?
Well, it was a wizard, so.
Can you
That's
imagine a Cabal using a hand cannon?
Like, yeah,
It's like
I'm saying-
isn't it Cabal
Like
have
his
three
fingers?
fingers?
He's like he's holding it like this, and he's like going like this to shoot it,
like the last word with his big old hands, like
or whatever enemy's using
last
it. It
word
could
was
make
actually,
sense. Like a Cabal could have like this really badass like rocket launcher or something, and like
Yeah.
a Fallen could have a hand.
he better
cannon.
be freaking hard to kill. Like,
Think
it-
about
it
the
has to
last
be like
word and the thorn, or they were actually guardian weapons.
Yeah, I read the grimoire of that.
Mhm.
Speaking
And
of,
Suros is like a weapons company.
yeah, because they're like rare weapons called
Yeah.
Suros. and
Actually,
stuff.
in the new expansion, there's going to be Suros and two other companies that have like brands of weapons that you can buy.
That's
It's going to be
Cool.
like brands, so they're going to like have an identity.
I like that.
Here's an idea I would like to see. I
Yes.
like this in any RPG, any MMO. You know how you like have a locker with all your crap in it? What
Yeah.
if you could have your own custom like home where you can put all your exotic weapons you're not using like on display
Yeah.
in your house or
That would
something?
be cool.
That'd be
And your
like a
armor sets
Skyrim.
and stuff? Yeah. Like I know that's like that idea has been used 100 times,
Mhm.
but I love that in any game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be cool to go into like my futuristic space home. And what if all your homes were like in space or something? Or like on a giant space station
Just
is where your home
floating
is.
in
Yeah.
space.
You have like this
just
epic
like this regular home, just like
Yeah.
twisting in
Mother
space.
base.
You have like an epic view of like a specific planet or like Earth or whatever, and in your room you can have like your armor sets that you've collected.
How'd you say it like that?
What?
Like Earth, like
I was thinking
Like,
like
it's like
Earth,
a-
or I mean, it could be any planet, but I
Something
feel like the one that would make
generic,
the
like
most
Earth.
sense would be Earth because you're
Yeah.
guardian, like protecting Earth, aren't you? That's kind of like your
yeah,
whole
whatever.
purpose, right?
I guess. Yeah.
I guess you're protecting the galaxy.
Protecting the traveler
Yeah, that's
from
true.
the darkness,
Giant egg.
which
Yeah.
is the giant orb egg.
Yeah, but I like seeing stuff on display. But I feel like now's a good time to jump into. All right, well, let's talk about multiplayer real quick too. We didn't
Okay.
talk about that.
Well, before we move to multiplayer, I have like one thing.
Before
Okay.
we move to your thing, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
And
No, you go ahead, it's
before
fine.
that, let's jot down one or two more things we need to
It
talk
was
about.
funny when I did it, but you took it too far.
Yeah, no, I did.
So
Dungeons need to be harder. I want them to be harder, like different. It's not just go in and shoot shit. Like,
yeah,
I want them to be like, do this mechanic to get like a jumping puzzle, perhaps, like
Exactly.
in Vault of Glass, like
mechanics,
yeah.
not just bullet sponges.
Exactly.
Like a boss taking 80 trillion hits doesn't make it hard. It just
Mhm.
makes it tedious.
Yeah.
I want there to be rewards that are specific to dungeons too, to make them like, oh, I need to go run this dungeon because it has this cool reward that I want to get. That would
Yeah.
make them more unique and special.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's cool.
Yeah. And lastly, I want the raid not weapons, but raid gear and weapons like to be like more unique, like to have special perks, like when you wear the whole set, that'll like give you a bonus or something.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
typically
the
how
raid
all
sets-
armor is in any
Yeah.
RPG ever.
Right, because
Yeah.
the raid sets, they're just like generic abilities, like, oh, you get more special ammo or some
Yeah.
crap like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I want. Make
I
it
like
happen,
that
Bungie.
idea.
Bungie.
Bungie.
I like that
Yeah,
idea.
so now multiplayer.
yeah,
Yeah.
multiplayer.
Now, I will say, I think we've all at one point said this ourselves, but
Dude, nerf shotguns. They're too strong.
yeah,
Nerf
Yeah,
Thorn
I
and
think
Last
I
Word.
think the multiplayer is phenomenal in the game.
Yeah, super
It's
fun.
great.
It's the most fun I've had in multiplayer like the last year.
We were playing like Advanced Warfare, and I was just getting my butt kicked. And then we moved to Destiny. I was like, oh, a game I can actually play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously all the game types, for the most part, all game types we've been familiar with for years. But the gameplay is obviously really solid, and then, I mean, it took some tweaking over a period of time, but I say for the most part, it's pretty balanced now.
No.
No.
No, I mean, I've
It's just like a
Granted,
hand
there's a
cannon
few weapons that
fest.
are way too good.
Isn't that funny how it started as like an auto rifle
rifle,
fest? It's
yeah.
still sort of a shotgun fest too, but
It's
now it's
always
like
been a
hand
shotgun
cannons are the
fest.
big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went from
Yeah.
auto rifles to like then just hand cannons, then pulse rifles got a buff.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could just count how many times the thorn kills me.
It's
yeah,
just
I
the
know.
thorn
Holy
and
crap.
last word. It's not even hand cannons, it's just those two weapons. that
Yeah.
are
And
just
and you
incredible.
can't blame them. They're just super good.
Yeah.
They need to be nerfed
Yeah.
hardcore.
Especially the thorn. I mean, the thorn. I like that effect
Mhm.
because it makes that gun unique.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it just needs to be
It just needs to be
turned
bad
turned
again.
down for just PvP again.
Is it
I
just
mean-
me, or does the thorn look way cooler from the side than it does when you're holding it?
Yes.
It looks stupid.
Sorry
when you
for
hold it.
interrupting you. That was
No,
just
it's fine.
crossing my mind.
It looks really big too. Like when
It
you look
does.
at like
It
we
is
have a
big.
Destiny poster like right there, and the thorn is like
Yeah.
massive.
like 50 inches long.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
essentially.
even when you're like holding it to your head, it's like
yeah.
hmm
The last word looks way cooler.
I like the last
and the
one a lot.
animation, like
Yeah, whipping it out.
I
is
purposely
freaking
just
awesome.
double tap
Yeah,
triangle
same
when I'm
here.
holding it to spin
Yeah.
it around while I'm walking.
personally, I'd like to see some bigger maps in multiplayer too, so scout rifles could get some usage. Because
Yeah.
we have like 2 big maps
Dude,
and they don't even come up.
I haven't played on the moon map.
First Light.
Yeah,
I
And
love
Bastion.
that
I
map.
haven't played
That's
on
my
that
favorite
map
map.
in forever.
It's because they took it out of the playlist. It's only on the Combine Arms playlist now, which is like a heavy spawn map playlist. Yeah.
I really
Wow.
like that map on
And in
Mars too, the
Bastion's in
really
that,
big
too.
one. Bastion.
Which one is
Mars.
Bastion?
It's the
The
one.
one
It's
on
the
Mars.
biggest Mars map.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah, dude! I used to play that one all the time. That was a good
it always
sniping
just-
map.
Those two
Yeah.
maps always came up. That's why they
Yeah.
took them out.
Oh, I mean, well, just add them in with the
know.
others.
That's what
Like the
people
only
want.
reason people complained is because it was just over and over and over again,
Yeah.
which is essentially what the maps have become now. It's
Yeah.
over and over.
They
and
did
over
the same
again.
thing to Blind Watch. I think it's still in the rotation, but you never see it anymore.
Which one's that one?
So it's another one on Mars. It's the one with B inside.
It's like
Oh, I play on that
yeah.
one
Using that
all
little
the time.
toy.
I play that
Mhm.
all
I-
the time.
I never get it.
Yeah, all the time. I know there's like a Dark Below map I've yet to never play.
Sky
That
Watch.
was pretty big.
It's the one on Earth, right?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so.
I don't think I played that either.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the other
there's a
big
few maps
map.
I haven't played. Due to
I haven't
that.
played Destiny multiplayer since the Let's Play we did of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been that
I
long.
played
Dang.
like 3 Iron Banners since that.
Wow.
Jeez. Well, let's move into story.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming we're all going to say something about that, but I don't really know what, to say about it
just need to
besides
make
there just
one.
needs to be it.
Yeah.
It just needs to be there.
Yeah.
They did a little better with House of Wolves. Like I
Yeah.
actually knew
There
what
was
was going on.
characters that you could get behind.
Like Varix.
Thanks.
Who said that the first time? Was it Preston?
It was one of you.
It was me.
Thanks,
Yeah, we weren't saying that one night we were playing Skolas.
We should try our best Varric's impressions. He's like, what?
Round 1.
What is it? What are those things? What are those things called? You have to disable in Prison of Elders.
Disable minds, you must.
He's like, oh yeah, I don't know why he says that. He's like, disable the minds, or
you die.
Yeah, or you die. I don't know. I can't. I'd have to hear his voice again. It's been a while, but that is an obnoxious voice to say the least.
Is.
I'd rather him speaking. I like it because it's like really like. It's not. I'm not trying.
It's
I'm
like a robot
Yoda
almost.
It's like a very vibrant character type voice, which is cool.
You know who Varrix is, right? He's not the orb. He's the
fallen guy, right?
I was just making sure.
The orb? What do you mean the orb?
The servitor. Oh, he talks through the servitor in the prison.
Gotcha.
That's how you hear his voice.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what the fallen use the servitors to talk through.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I think they're getting. I just want really expansive single player missions with actual
class missions. Like we're getting some class missions finally for the new supers and the expansion.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's great.
We just need more
expand on that. That's the thing is I really don't even know how to critique the story because there really isn't one to critique.
It's just, there is. It's just not told very well.
Yeah, it's just like there's darkness. Fight the darkness with light.
Yeah.
Fight the darkness, Guardian.
I could. What does he say? Like, I don't have enough time to tell you that. What does she say?
Oh yeah, she's like, I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to explain.
Yeah. Then the speaker.
Like, I don't even have time to explain, or what I don't even remember what it is. It's something ridiculous.
He just
like
said
that,
it.
Though.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Even the speaker's like, it's a long story that I'll tell you another time and stuff. It's like, okay,
we're still waiting.
Yeah, we're still. That's in Destiny 2.
He's been the least important character in the game. The speaker. What does he do in his little hut?
I have no idea.
He sits up there and just stares at the giant egg.
He's like, he has these special cloaks and stuff. Character things.
That's what he's doing. He's just up there knitting cloaks for us.
Oh, hello, Guardian. Welcome back.
Would you like to spend 35 motes on my cape I made for you? No, thank you.
It has a deer on it.
Yeah, it's like, no, thank you. I'll get Ingrams, but I made them for you. No, thanks.
I want to know what's under that mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a troll or something.
Oh yeah.
Troll.
Like what kind of different races because they put into the game? What if you could play as a fallen?
That would be cool.
Like you could play as a fallen.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
you could hold 4 guns at the same time.
Yeah.
That
could be a super.
Yeah.
Where he just whips out 4 guns.
That would be insane.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be interesting if you could play as a race like that, like a fallen that.
Or whip out his 2 swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your character could be like the story behind your. All the races have their different stories, but your character could be like, oh, you were your. Don't the fallen become your allies in House of Wolves because the queen killed their leader or something? What is it?
One of the fallen becomes your allies.
Okay.
House Judgment.
Is it just Varrix?
Yeah.
Yes, he's the only member of House Judgment left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then who are those guards she has?
They're just
No, those were the House of Wolves. You mean the queen?
Yeah, the queen's
they turned
guards.
on her, right?
Yeah,
they turned on her.
Story is that they turned on her.
Yeah.
So they were undercover or something?
I guess.
Or are they just influenced by what's his name, Skolas? Is he the leader of the House of Wolves?
I honestly forgot what happened. Yeah.
Keller, their leader.
That shows how clueless I am in the lore of Destiny.
They became loyal to the queen because she defeated Skolas and put him in a prison. Oh. And then they started following her. They bowed to her, and then Skolas plotted to overthrow her. That's what happened. And they killed her.
Any final thoughts on this?
Not necessarily. I think for the most part, I'm sure there's little other things we could mention, but for the most part, I feel like we've covered it all.
If you by any means have any ideas on what you would like to be implemented in Destiny 2, or if you just don't want to see a Destiny 2,
let
us know in the comments below.
Seriously.
I'd much rather see a Destiny 2 than just tons of expansions added on.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to keep it going. So, beautiful.
Thanks.